Hello, this is for Aquarius's reading, and I already went through the whole reading, and when I looked up to end the video or pause it, it was like, oh wow, what the heck? We have no recording going on, so I've already pulled the cards, so I'm going to go through them really quick. Your situation involves a High Priestess. The outside influence this weekend is Temperance, which is like somebody may be giving you the guidance that you need. Your energy, that how you feel about this situation, is you feel like you're going on a new journey. Your goal is to revolutionize your own world, and the feelings behind that is determination. You may have been struggling, you have a lot of passion to still persevere and get through something. You may have dealt with things in the past and really fought your way to the top, and you're still not complete yet there, but you're feeling like you need to continue going forward. You're leaving something, you're going from a secure place into a new place, but persevering, standing and protecting yourself, being resilient. Your outcome is the Eight of Swords, feeling restricted, and how you feel about that, more determined than ever to really get going. So you may start exploring things in your environment. How Spirit is helping you. We have the Four of Pentacles, so they're helping you with stability, with keeping things stable, maybe even helping guard and protect you. What they're bringing into your energy, they're helping you with giving you knowledge about love, making the changes you need in regards to love, and also how to feel secure in your environment. Your energy that you are in this weekend is the Ace of Swords energy, which is having a new idea, feeling very victorious about it. And the reason behind that is that you've taken some time back. You haven't taken any actions. You evaluated a situation, assessed it, did something, took action towards doing something, a step-by-step process, because it's a long-term plan towards your wishes and dreams, going in the right direction, healing and gaining security in what you love. Be that a person, having gained the knowledge of basically love, or you could be going towards a male person, direction towards having love from a male person if you're a female, or if you are the male, then this is you getting your emotions under control and deciding what kind of changes you're gonna make in order to knowing what you want in love, and being very discerning about it. Now what I've been doing for these readings is reading these cards. So there is your weekend, and if you're pressed for time and you don't want to wait around, then you don't have to go through with the rest of this reading, because that is your reading. Now I'm going to go and clarify. This part might be interesting for you, that you would like to hear. So the High Priestess as your situation. When your energy centers are aligned and your trauma is suddenly unfamiliar, you experience awakening, and evidence of your personal power sprawls before your world. And evidence of your evidence of your personal power sprawls before your world of wilted books and half-written love letters. The High Priestess protects the threshold between self-doubt and alignment. She is self-preserving, understanding that her powers are sacred, doubted by colonizers, but revered by her family and the ghost of her ancestors. She speaks through her intuition and holds space to decipher whether we need to administer a public outcry or quietly cultivate a long-term solution. The High Priestess exists between the familiarity of her tropical roots, the abundance and fertility of an organic harvest, and the light of the moon. She is cultivated and awoken, harnessing her higher self in the comfort of her own safety. The High Priestess holds these solutions in her third eye, nestled in a crevice between the hypothalamus on the pineal gland. The pineal gland is a small pine cone-shaped organ that releases melatonin and serotonin, responsible for emotional states of well-being, and DMT, the spirit molecule. While humans are born with a strong sense of connection to the pre-colonial practice of knowing the spirit without its commercialized decline, the pineal gland's function can go awry by adolescence, considering the toxins present in food and hygiene products that humans consume. The pineal gland is an endangered portal to intuition, the sixth chakra, the third eye, the perception of metaphysical realities and energetic wisdom. This is felt through the gut, which would be your third chakra, as thunder when we experience truth and agency, or as a swarm of butterflies who speak to you for your heart when you are scared or in love. Intuition is a glowing inner knowledge that makes you cry, keeps you warm, or makes you cringe. The High Priestess asks you to seek knowledge behind these sensations, trust them, and honor them, as they literally are your inner truth. With the Temperance card being in your outside influence, we'll look at that. Hold on one second. Working in tandem with land and sea, Temperance finds a sense of grounding when she listens to what nature asks of her. When it rains, we seek shelter. When it's sweltering, we drink water. When we hurt inside, we face the sun and breathe deeper and faster. Temperance learned balance and patience, feisty and aggressive in her teen years and constructively driven as an adult. She manifests her true self without outside influence. When Temperances channeled, the kiss of a lover and the taste of a vice no longer activate your self-worth. Letting go of the ego now becomes the most vital path to joy. Temperance loves herself, her broken bones, her healed parts, and her humanity. Temperance may still fall. She's a musician, a woman, and a survivor of violence. She works nights, lives days, sleeps when she can, and fights when she can't. She will break sometimes, as the next world is being built on a world that historically silences women. So Temperance paces herself into her next magical reality. Temperance asks you to forgive yourself with every break, but to try with every new morning. So you're going on a fool's, you feel about this, that you're going on a fool's journey, something new, something that you haven't done before. The Fool isn't necessarily new to adulthood or responsibility. The Fool is new to their recognition of the Spirit. As they rewrite their destiny, they question whether their truth actually lies in the world outside of everything they have ever known. The Fool is a once crusty punk rocker who left their nest lined with cigarette butts, drink tickets, ex-girlfriends' love letters, ex-boyfriends' love letters, text messages, mixtape inserts with missing tapes, maybe broken CDs, orange pills for good aroma, and chips of black tourmaline for good fortune. They sought after stability and in the process lost their soul. The Fool saw this quirk in their destiny and gave their 2 weeks. The Fool is enthralled as they journey into nowhere with pockets full of charms and a backpack full of pins and multivitamins. They ask you to take this time to recall that challenge, that journey, or that creative outlet that hides in the warmest, quietest corner of the right side of your brain. What does it represent? Is it amped to save you and those around you? Is it fabulously affirming and righteously healing? Does this path set your true self on fire and leave you glowing with ambition? Deconstruct what this journey means. Take on the burdens and the delights. Understand that the cost of starting new is growing up, but the cost of growing up is not your wayward magic. You get to keep your wayward magic. And then we have your goal to have a revolution. My. Let's see how that's going to be. You're surviving on the ashes of a chaotic revelation. As you found heart, soul, and belonging in rubble of trauma, You've built a home on a fractured surface that you'd hoped wouldn't kill you. In the name of ownership, or in the name of self-destruction, we hold on. Humanity and nature have long suffered for the occupation of a fossil fuel economy. Whether we compromise our beliefs to survive in a capitalist system or lose our power because we are under siege by that same system, we choose to stay in spaces that feel like home. During revolution, we hold on to our definitions of home while we destroy the foundation that no longer supports us. While we can't overthrow the entire systems in one sitting, we can still rebuild our own lives. From the Dakota Access Pipeline at Standing Rock to the long-standing war for oil in the Middle East, revolution is an urgent call for truth. In these instances and those we experience in our everyday lives, no human should sacrifice their life in the name of others' profit, and no human should sacrifice their truth in the name of societal, social, or familial values. Revolution is the manifestation of your truth. Revolution is the exploration of alternative resources and alternative thought. Revolution is a redistribution of power that finally serves you and the world around you. And your feelings about this is the Nine of Wands energy. So how you feel about this? Frankly, the Nine of Wands was tired of submitting to the twisted, misogynist, transphobic paradigm that drowned her creative energy, or his creative energy. He or she took matters into his or her own hands and created a fortress for his or her own visionary appeal. With it came co-conspirators, collaboration, community, and magic. The Nine of Wands suggests that the obstacles of the community or work you believe in are unfair disadvantages. She urges you to fight against them, withstand the barrier, and stand up for everything you have worked toward. With the Eight of Swords energy as your outcome, which says that's about being restricted. So if you're feeling restricted towards the end of this weekend as your outcome, then here's some advice for you. The Eight of Swords was burned once and refuses to be burned again. She hides from the possibility, but knows deep inside her that she is greater than her triggers. The Eight of Swords is self-imposed limits for her own protection. She embodies a moment of validation. She asks you to name your needs. What do you need to heal? What do you need to avoid? She asks you to name your limits and trust that your body's response is the foremost guide for your healing. Your emotions are your compass, basically. This is for our protection, our refugio, our haven, building a world against a system with institutionalized ideals on what it means to be a queer brown woman. The Eight of Swords has cultivated a fortress. She wields her magic in secrecy. She asks you to unearth your truth and your personal accountability in order to begin crawling through the exit wound. And with the Page of Wands as your feelings, which is really nice, that's like, bam. The Page of Wands is that whimsical moment when you are able to catch your bearings one by one, put on your armor, and step foot into the minefield. Imagine that. Your power lies deep in the vessels of your subconscious. Trauma shuts it down like a trap door with no key until one idea, one creation, one act of kindness, or one act of resilience, right there, rallies you and your community to fight, learn, and hold on. You are brave. You are up for the challenge. You will soon know the depth of your magic. The depth of your magic. PTH, and I just said death. Okay, so there is your reading. I hope that you enjoy your reading. May you have a very awesome, powerful, inspired weekend. Looks like some people are gonna make some massive changes, or actually wanting to, and standing their ground about it too. Bound and determined to protect what their passion is. Have a great weekend. Bye.